YouTube? It's Rebecca with a quick video. But today we're going to do a unboxing, first impressions, and update video. It is from a house that I do like. Their fragrances do have really good performance, most of them anyway. And there's still a whole lot that I need to try. So definitely looking forward to trying those at some point soon. But they're slowly going down in price, which is like the best part of this house. I've been seeing that their bottles just over the last couple of years have just been going way down in price. And so to me, it's like, okay, that's right up my alley, because now I can actually try these fragrances and not have to, you know, spend an arm and a leg. But it is from the house of Nishane, or Nishane, however you guys want to pronounce it. And I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly, but it's called, I think it's called EGE. You guys can let me know down in the comments. But I will have to say right off the bat, I love the color of this box. I've owned a couple of other Nishane fragrances, and their boxes are, you know, dark navy blue or black or kind of tan. This is probably the brightest blue fragrance from this house that I've actually had a chance to get my nose on. And I also will say I haven't tried too many fresh fragrances. There was Hot Chavat, that was like an Aventus sort of clone kind of thing. But that, you know, if you want to consider that one a fresh fragrance, that's probably the most citrusy fresh fragrance I've tried from this house. This will be the second, and this has been compared to a couple of other fragrances. We'll get to that in a minute, but right now I want to show you guys the presentation. This is still sealed, guys, so I will, you know, edit this out if it takes too long, but I will go ahead and do the unboxing for you guys. And so here's the box, and we're gonna go ahead and just do this whole thing right here. Take the sleeve off like so. And we have a black box here, as you can see. Nothing on the back. We do have sort of a horse on the side. But it does open up like so. Comes with has a little pull tab here if you didn't see that. But it comes with a letter, which the letter is, it's like a postcard, I believe. And the postcards always have really nice artwork on there. And this does have the fragrance notes on it. And yeah, it's a little postcard you guys can see there. So yeah, and some of the postcards, this one's a little bit plainer, but some of the postcards they actually have really great artwork. So super impressed by the presentation from this house. And this is where the bottle lies. So it does sit in there nice and safe. And so if you guys order a full presentation bottle, that's when you don't have to worry about it really breaking. On to the bottle. Again, hopefully I'm pronouncing this one correct, but EGE, we'll just call it EGE. But yeah, look at this bottle, guys. This gorgeous bright blue, is this turquoise? I think this is turquoise, right? Bright blue turquoise bottle, with a gold cap here. It does say Nishane up top here, but this is very heavy metal cap here. It's like a, this is like a porcelain, I think. I'm guessing it's glass, but it's nice matte finish. So it has like some grip to it. Little sticker here at the bottom. And so go ahead and tell you guys some information about this fragrance. So EGE from the house of Nishane is a unisex aromatic spicy fragrance released in 2020. The nose behind this fragrance is Ilias Aramidis. I think Aramidis or something like that. I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly. And this is an extrait de parfum concentration. The notes for this fragrance, in the top, we have violet leaves, yuzu, and anise. In the middle, we have basil, mint, and cardamom. And in the base, you round things off with olibanum and licorice. So going back to what I was saying a minute ago, some people online were comparing this to a couple of other fragrances that are already on the market. Something you can probably find for super cheap that you don't have to really pay a lot for. So it's going to come back to, really, is this one worth it? This is an extrait de parfum. And those other fragrances that they're compared to are designer fragrances, and they're eau de toilette. So it might be worth it. We'll see. But this one is compared to Bulgari Aqua Porum and Chrome. So I don't know. It's not really the best company to be holding, I guess, for a comparison. But a lot of people on Fragrantica said yes, but I think it was almost the same number of likes to dislikes, saying that they didn't really think this one smelled a lot like the Bulgari or even the Chrome. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I do like Chrome, right? It's a safe fragrance. It's not gonna offend anybody, but it is super cheap, maybe 20 bucks for 100 mil. So I'm hoping that this, actually, I kind of already know this house is gonna have way better performance, just because, and ingredients and quality, just because I mean, it's Nishane. I've tried a bunch of their, for maybe 5 or 6 fragrances from them, and they're all really, really good. Yeah, some are not as good as, you know, the previous one that I tried, but they're all decent, all right, for what they are. So yeah, so looking forward to trying this fragrance. So let's give this fragrance a first impression. All right, here we go. Clean hand. Couple of sprays here. Good atomizer. Very good. Okay. Starts off, I can definitely see why they say chrome. Definitely getting this sweetness from it. It's not super duper citrusy, but it's very sweet and not, okay. It's like an airy sweet. I'm getting the violet leaves, the mint, and some of the yuzu, but overall right now it's very green. It's very green. And the sweetness, I'm guessing, is going to come from the yuzu. But the basil and the mint and the violet leaves are definitely what's coming out front on this one right now. It's super green. And like, it's almost like, it's like creamy. It's like a creamy sweet, to where it's not like super sweet like candied, or super sweet to where it's too fruity. It's just sort of a subdued sweetness that's mixing with those green notes. Definitely can see why people think this one smells like a designer, because it has that very mass appealing freshness that those fragrances do bring to the table. So I will agree with that. Again, I'd have to have those side by side. Right off the bat, I did say it's sort of, I can see why it said chrome. I've tried the Bulgari before, but it's been a long time. There's definitely quality here. I do think that if you've owned the ones that I mentioned before and you didn't like those, or you think this one's too similar to those, you might get turned off by this fragrance, because, you know, 105, 110 bucks is what I paid for the full presentation. Is it worth it? I did read ahead on this fragrance, and people were saying this one does have decent performance. So either you can go out and buy 3 or 4 bottles of the cheapies and just wear a lot of it, or you can buy 1 bottle of this and get a similar fragrance. Higher quality, I can tell. Like, the mint leaves in this smell natural. The violet leaves smell natural. The basil, it's not super overly basil-y, or, you know, a high concentration of basil. It's there. You can definitely get it. It's a green note, and I actually love basil, but this isn't too much, because basil can be a little bit intrusive if it's in too high of a concentration of it. Someone said it was medicinal. I maybe a touch, but nothing is going to turn the casual user off. I sort of get it whenever I breathe out. When I breathe out through my nose, I get a bit of a medicinal touch, almost like magic marker, but it's not even, might not be noticeable by most people. I'm just, you know, I just kind of have a weird nose where I can just sort of pick up on these kinds of things. But overall, on the intake, it smells fantastic. This is a really, really good smelling fragrance. But yeah, this is a pretty safe fragrance. Some people are saying this reminds them of Nautica Voyage. I can see that a little bit. There's a bit of a seaside vibe. There's a little bit of aquatic with this one, right? Because mostly aquatic notes are like seaweed, and have a little bit of that sort of deal to the fragrance, to where it's not going to be mass appealing, but it's just a slight touch of that seaside quality. But without making this video too much longer, this is a fantastic fragrance right off the bat. I do like this one. This is going to be mass appealing. I did like chrome. I remember the Bulgari barely. I didn't buy it just because, but I remember it being a nice smelling fragrance. You can't go wrong with smelling clean and fresh and inoffensive. This is just a nice smelling blue fragrance. Even though it smells more green to my nose, I can see why it's in a blue bottle. So it's not exclusively green. I can just see why it's in a blue bottle, because I think there was another fragrance that a house put out. I'll put a picture of the bottle right here. But the juice was blue, and it was supposed to be blue, like a seaside fragrance, but all the notes were green, and it smelled completely green, but it was still a good fragrance. But anyway, yeah, nice fragrance. looking forward to trying this one. It's cooler outside. I think right now it's 54 degrees. You know, it does seem like it's heavy enough. I think the cardamom and maybe the olibanum and licorice are going to give this one a bit of body to where you can probably wear it in the cooler weather. Now, I wouldn't say that it's, you know, when it comes to the seasons, it's going to be exclusively year-round, because I do think this will be better in the warm weather. Not trying to give away too much of the second half of the video here, but I'm just saying for tonight, because it is 54 degrees and it's supposed to be probably cooler later on. Will I be able to pull this one off? Probably. I think I should be, but I do think that probably warmer weather would be best for this fragrance right now anyway. So yeah, this video is already getting pretty long, so let's go ahead and wrap it up. But yeah, right now I do like this fragrance, and we'll see where it goes, and hopefully it just gets better and lasts a decent amount of time. So I'm wearing this fragrance tonight and over the next couple of days. You guys update shortly. Talk to you then. All right, guys, I'm back with a quick update for EGE from the House of Nishane. And what can I say about this fragrance? Well, I actually sold my bottle. Yeah, sadly, I sold my 50 ml bottle so I can upgrade to a 100 ml bottle. Actually, I found a really great price on a 100 ml bottle, so I sold my 50 ml to get a bigger bottle. Guys, I do like this juice. It's not the greatest thing ever, because it does remind me of a couple of other designer fragrances. But if you like those fragrances, or if you like the direction those fragrances go, you're gonna like this fragrance. This one is stronger. It, you know, just lasts longer, projects better. It's a very pleasant, safe, clean smell. Again, without going too much in the first half of the video, it is citrusy, it is minty. Even though it's a blue bottle, it's very green. It's got a little bit of like a CK1 thing going for it. But really, it's just that chrome. And I think people compare chrome to CK1. Again, not exact. But you guys know those fragrances. Those are very safe. They're easy to wear, perfect for summer. This fragrance is down that wheelhouse. And right now, I think the 50 ml on a website that I found, it was 110. And I think I saw 100 ml for like 145 or something like that, which is a steal, because you're getting pretty much an extra 50 ml for way less. But you guys can probably find testers of these online for really cheap. But yeah, so the longevity for this fragrance was, I did get 8 hours with this fragrance, but I will say it got very close. So the projection wasn't the greatest. It did project normally, like it projected well for this type of fragrance, and way better than those designers, but it wasn't like a beast by any means. It did hold up to a summer type of fragrance. But I did get 8 hours of this fragrance. The first 6 were very noticeable, and then towards the 8th hour, it was a skin scent. And then the projection was, I'd say average for this type of fragrance. Now, this is an extrait de parfum, so the first couple of hours are going to be your strongest, but it's not going to be like Hot Chabat. Hot Chabat, the first hour, hour and a half, they blow people out of the room. Now, that one dies down pretty quickly after that. But again, guys, this is a very safe summer fragrance, so it's not going to be really filling up a room or like that, but it gets the job done for what it is. Seasons, if you guys haven't guessed already, it's going to be the warmer to hotter months of the year, summer. So spring, summer, early fall. And there's something about this fragrance that does give it a bit of a spice to it. Not warm spicy, but just something that gives it a little spice. Maybe it's the licorice or something like that. But there's just something in this that does lean it a little bit more towards maybe a cooler day in fall. But overall, it's going to be your warmer months of the year. Occasions for this fragrance, casual day wear. Now, I do think you can pull this one off at night, but I do think this one just really does seem like more of a day wear fragrance, very casual. I think you can wear this fragrance to work, super safe to work, wear it to class, school, whatever. Anything where there's people around, you can be fine wearing this fragrance. Not going to be strong enough for a club, unfortunately. I will say that goes back to the performance categories, but it's still a good fragrance nonetheless, especially like on a hot summer night. You can probably pull it off at night then, but overall probably during the day. Ages for this fragrance, I'm going to say are 25 and up. With the price that I mentioned. Now, if you're going to get this from retail, I think, you know, all Nishane sell for around $250, I think, retail. But you can find these way less nowadays, which is great. I love that the price is going down on these fragrances, because there's a ton that I haven't tried. And I will give a shout out to some friends of mine at the I believe it's the Scent Room in Dallas. They just started carrying these. So if you guys haven't tried these and you live in the DFW area, go down to the West End. Is it the West End? Or is it the, no, West Village, right there in Uptown. And they have a shop, and they do have a bunch of these fragrances, and you guys can spray your hands or spray tester cards. I will ask for Travis. He is a contact of mine there. But that's not where I got this fragrance from, by the way. I was just saying, if you guys live in the area, you guys can try. Like, they have like 10 or 15 of Nishane fragrances. But yeah, so the ages are gonna be 25 and up. It's more affordable, and I think the younger guys, even the younger than 25, can easily pull this one off. But I do think 25 and up is a safe age range for this fragrance. Overall, I do like this fragrance, and that's why I did upgrade to a bigger bottle. I will say, I did go heavy on the sprays of this fragrance. I'm not gonna lie. This one does wear very easy. Like, when I spray it on, I'm like, oh, this smells really good, just really nice, and it's a little, not powder, it's a little powdery, I guess, but it's like sweet and fruity. And again, it just has like that chrome CK1 kind of vibe. And those, you guys know those fragrances are safe. I'm not saying it's exact. I'm not saying it's a clone. I'm saying that if you like those fragrances, this is a niche version of those fragrances. This is just a nice fragrance overall. You're not going to offend anybody. And this would be perfect for a summer day, I do think. If you got I can just picture myself, you know, at a barbecue or something like that, just somewhere maybe next to the pool, just wearing this fragrance. Nice little waft throughout the day. Be perfect for a summer casual afternoon and whatnot. But again, let me know your thoughts on fragrances in the comment below. Thank you guys so much for watching my video on my channel. If you like this video, please click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on notifications for future first impression videos and fragrance-related content just like this. Guys, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Dollars and Cents there. You'll find fragrance-related photos and future contest winners. And as always, guys, please be safe out there, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.